What if the way you've always understood bone strength was only part of the story? For decades, we've been told there's one clear answer to healthy bones. Drink milk, rely on dairy, believe that calcium from milk is unmatched, but newer scientific findings suggest something far more layered. There's a tiny seed most people barely notice, and yet per gram it delivers significantly more calcium than milk ever has. In this video, we're going to reveal exactly which seed this is and show you simple, practical ways to start using it today to strengthen your bones and protect yourself from osteoporosis. Think about the people around you who are over 50. How many live with a quiet fear of falling? That constant worry that one wrong step could mean a broken hip, a shattered wrist, or a compressed spine. That fear has a name: osteoporosis, and it's not exaggerated. Data from major health authorities shows that nearly 1 in 3 women and 1 in 5 men over 50 will suffer a fragility fracture during their lifetime. Numbers like these force an uncomfortable question: are we really doing enough to protect our bones? As children, the message was simple: drink milk. Dairy was presented as the ultimate calcium source, the foundation of strong bones. But what if those building blocks aren't as reliable as we assumed? Or worse, what if our bodies can no longer use them the way they once did? The reality is that millions of adults are lactose intolerant or experience reduced calcium absorption from dairy as they age. This is where the story shifts. Nature, in its precision, offers alternatives that are more concentrated and more effective. Small nutritional powerhouses that don't just deliver calcium, but bring along a full team of minerals and vitamins that work together to guide calcium directly into your bones. Stay with us because we're about to challenge old beliefs, uncover evidence-based truths, and give you a clear, practical plan to start protecting your bone health today. Section 1: The Silent Epidemic Weakening Our Bones. Before revealing these extraordinary seeds, it's critical to understand the threat we're facing. Osteoporosis isn't just aging bones. It's a progressive condition, and its greatest danger is that it's silent. Picture your skeleton as a building under constant renovation. One crew, osteoblasts, builds new bone. Another crew, osteoclasts, breaks down old bone. When we're young, these crews work in balance. With age, that balance breaks. The demolition crew speeds up while construction slows down. Over time, bones lose density, becoming porous and fragile, almost chalk-like. And the most dangerous part is that there's no warning, no pain, no symptoms until the first fracture happens. That's why doctors call osteoporosis the silent epidemic. The scale is staggering. Over 300 million people worldwide are affected. In the United States alone, tens of millions live with low bone density, with women over 50 at the highest risk. Who is most vulnerable? Women, especially after menopause, when declining estrogen rapidly accelerates bone loss. But age and gender aren't the only factors. Genetics matters. A family history of fractures significantly raises your risk. Lifestyle plays a massive role too. Inactivity, smoking, excessive alcohol, and nutrient-poor diets almost guarantee bone problems later in life. And an osteoporotic fracture is never trivial. Healing is slow and often incomplete. A hip fracture can permanently steal independence. That's why prevention matters more than treatment. And prevention doesn't start at retirement. It starts in your kitchen. Understanding the seriousness of this condition is the first step toward protecting yourself. Section 2: The Great Milk and Calcium Myth. For years, we were sold a simple formula: milk equals calcium, and calcium equals unbreakable bones. We saw ads, endorsements, smiling faces with milk mustaches, and we believed it. But science paints a more complicated picture. Yes, milk contains calcium, roughly 300 milligrams per glass. But the real question isn't how much calcium is present, it's how much your body can actually absorb and use. This is bioavailability. And here's where problems arise. Calcium from milk is reasonably absorbable, but many adults struggle to digest lactose. When digestion is impaired, nutrient absorption suffers, including calcium. Then there's the calcium paradox. Countries with the highest dairy intake, like the United States and parts of Northern Europe, also have some of the highest osteoporosis rates. Meanwhile, regions with low dairy consumption often report fewer fractures. Why? This doesn't mean milk is harmful. It means bone health is influenced by far more than dairy intake alone. Sun exposure, vitamin D levels, activity, genetics, and overall diet all matter. Another issue is that calcium doesn't work alone. Milk is low in magnesium and vitamin K2, both essential for directing calcium into bones. Flooding your system with calcium without its partners is like delivering bricks to a construction site without mortar or workers. The materials arrive, but nothing solid gets built. This isn't about rejecting milk. For many, it still has a place. But it's not the universal solution we were taught. It's time to look at plant-based sources that don't just match milk, but in many ways outperform it. Section 3. Bone health is a symphony, not a solo. Believing calcium alone builds strong bones is like expecting a single instrument to perform an entire orchestra. Calcium may be the star, but without support, it can't perform. Bone health depends on a coordinated symphony of nutrients. Let's meet them. First, the conductor, vitamin D. Vitamin D controls calcium absorption in the intestines. Without it, calcium passes straight through your body unused. Sunlight is the best source, but modern indoor lifestyles and sunscreen use have made deficiency widespread. Second, the traffic director, vitamin K2. Vitamin D gets calcium into your blood. Vitamin K2 tells it where to go. It activates proteins that send calcium into bones and teeth while keeping it out of arteries and kidneys. Without K2, calcium can harden blood vessels instead of strengthening bones. Third, the essential partner, magnesium. Magnesium activates vitamin D and forms part of bone structure itself. It also supports bone-building cells. Many diets are magnesium deficient, creating a dangerous imbalance with calcium. Fourth, the supporting cast, phosphorus, zinc, and others. Phosphorus works with calcium to give bones strength. Zinc and copper help form collagen, the flexible framework minerals attach to. Boron reduces mineral loss and enhances vitamin D's effects. When you understand this orchestra, it becomes clear why single nutrient solutions fail. And this is exactly why the seeds we're about to discuss stand out. They don't just provide calcium, they deliver the entire supporting team. Section 4, the seeds that protect your skeleton. Now it's time to reveal these nutritional standouts, starting with saving the most powerful for last. Seed 1, chia seeds, the compact powerhouse. Chia fueled ancient civilizations like the Aztecs and Mayans, and its nutrient profile explains why. Gram for gram, chia contains about 5 times more calcium than milk. Just 2 tablespoons provide roughly 200 milligrams. But that's only the beginning. Chia is rich in omega-3s that fight inflammation, a major driver of bone loss. It also supplies magnesium, phosphorus, manganese, and boron, which supports calcium metabolism and vitamin D function. Yes, chia contains phytates that slightly reduce absorption, but soaking solves that. When mixed with liquid, chia forms a gel that improves digestion and nutrient release. How do you use it? Make chia pudding, add it to smoothies or yogurt, sprinkle it over salads. Simple, flexible, effective. Seed 2, poppy seeds, the unexpected calcium giant. These tiny black seeds are shockingly dense in calcium. 100 grams contain up to 1,400 milligrams, over 12 times more than milk by weight. You won't eat that much at once, but even a tablespoon or 2 adds meaningful calcium. They also bring magnesium, phosphorus, manganese, and copper. For best absorption, grind them fresh. Their mild, nutty flavor works well in smoothies, dressings, yogurt, or baking. As always, moderation matters. Use them as a food, not a supplement. Seed 3, the star of the show, sesame seeds. This is the seed that inspired the entire discussion. The true standout for bone health. 100 grams of unhulled sesame seeds contain around 975 milligrams of calcium, nearly 10 times more than milk. What sets sesame apart is its mineral balance. It's rich in magnesium, phosphorus, zinc, and copper, all critical for bone strength and flexibility. Two important notes: choose unhulled sesame when possible, as most calcium is in the hull, and grind or chew thoroughly for proper absorption. The easiest way is tahini, the creamy sesame paste used in hummus. Spread it on toast, blend it into dressings, or add it to smoothies. Sesame does contain oxalates that slightly limit calcium absorption, but the total calcium content is so high the net benefit remains substantial. And as with all foods, be mindful of allergies. Section 5. Your action plan for lifelong bone strength. You now have the knowledge. The next step is action. Strong bones are built through daily habits. Here's your plan. 1. Transform your pantry. Make these seeds part of your routine. Use tahini regularly on toast or in dressings. Boost breakfast with chia pudding or ground chia in oats or smoothies. Add ground poppy and sesame seeds to yogurt, soups, or stir-fries. Combine all three into your own bone support blend. 2. Prioritize vitamin D from sunlight. Get brief, regular sun exposure on arms and legs for 10 to 20 minutes several times a week, avoiding burns. Consider supplements if sun exposure is limited, especially in winter. Discuss testing and dosing with a healthcare professional. 3. Move your body. Bones respond to stress. Walk, dance, climb stairs. Lift weights, use resistance bands, or do body weight exercises. Practice balance with yoga or tai chi to reduce fall risk. 4. Remove bone robbers from your diet. Cut back on excess salt. Limit ultra-processed foods, moderate soda and alcohol. Stop smoking. 5. Consult your doctor. This approach supports health but doesn't replace medical care. If you have risk factors, get a bone density scan and personalized guidance. We hope this journey expanded how you think about bone health. Nature offers powerful tools. The choice is yours. If this video helped you, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. Like the video so we know this content matters. Share it with someone you care about. And tell us in the comments, which seed are you starting with? The takeaway is simple. Osteoporosis isn't destiny. You're not powerless. Every meal is a chance to invest in strength, mobility, and independence. A spoon of tahini, a scoop of chia, a sprinkle of poppy seeds, small actions, lasting impact. Thank you for being here. Protect your bones. They support your entire life. See you in the next